Hey everyone, I hope all are well. Today we are going to talk about classes of vertebrate animals. So starting with the first superclass, which is the Pisces. If you remember, we divided vertebrate animals in five classes. Basically into superclasses and different classes according to the superclasses. And the first superclass was superclass Pisces that we're going to cover it today. Be with me till the end of the lesson for getting information about fish. Starting with their characteristics. We have to know that their body is covered with scales. This interesting skin structure that they got. And also they have gills for respiration. As we know, gills are structures which are making an animal able to absorb oxygen from the water. So as they are animals which are living inside water, so they might have gills. They cannot use lungs because lungs are not able to absorb oxygen from the water. That's why they got gills for their respiration. And also about their heart structure, we can say that they got two-chambered heart. It means their heart got two parts, one artery and one ventricle. And also they are cold-blooded animals. It means their body temperature is not constant. They cannot adapt themselves in warm and cold in both weathers. So in cold weathers, they are sleeping. So in cold weathers, we cannot find fish inside water because they are sleeping in somewhere inside water, obviously. So their skeleton is made up of cartilage or bone. They can be cartilaginous or they can be bony fish. So according to that, we can classify fish to different classes like Agnatha, jawless fish, Chondrichthyes, cartilaginous fish, fish with the cartilage bone, skeleton, and Osteichthyes, bony fish, fish which got bones as their skeleton. So going to talk about each class specifically, starting with the Agnatha or jawless fish. As you can see the structure of that fish, these fish are lacking jaw. Instead they got structure like this, or we can say they got a muscular mouth and row of teeth inside that their muscular mouth. About their body structure, we can say that they are primitive fish. They do not have fins and scale as well, and they do not have jaw as well. And they are parasitic animals. They are using from other animals. They are just attaching their muscular mouth and row of teeth to other animals. They are sucking that kind of animals, and they are parasitic, so we can say. And their body is cylindrical, as you can see, elongated body that they got, and they are eel or snake like, and their skeleton is like cartilaginous skeleton. Second category, Chondrichthyes or cartilaginous fish. They have jaws. They are owner of jaw, and they are gas exchanging with the help of their gills, and they do not have operculum. What is operculum structure? Like in some fish, their gills are covered. They got outer gills, and their gills are covered with a skin that we can call the skin as operculum. But in these Chondrichthyes, their gills are not covered with skin, so they are like uncovered gills. So that's why we can say they have no operculum. They have no that kind of skin, and their skeleton is made up of cartilage, not bone obviously, but some part of their body like their teeth or some other points. For example, their vertebrae, their backbones are made up of bones. They got pair of fins in both sides. As you can see, first dorsal fin, second dorsal fin, and pelvis fin, anal fin, pectoral fin, like this. They got different kind of fins and pair of fins in both sides they got. And swim bladders are kind of air sacs, or kind of sacs which are full of air, which is helping them to configure their depth inside water, to control their depth inside water. As they are Chondrichthyes, as they are owner of cartilage, and cartilage is not heavy, it's lighter than bone, at least. So they do not need swim bladder or air sacs for controlling their depth, because they are light, they can control their weight by themselves. They are reproducing sexually, and internal fertilization is happening in these kind of fish. So they got male and female, and they are doing internal fertilization, and they are hunters. They are eating other fish inside the water, and sharks, sea rays, and skits are main examples of Chondrichthyes. So the last class, Osteichthyes, or bony fish which got bones, we can say that these are also respiring with the gills, and they got upper column structure. They got a structure which is covering their gill structure, and also they have pair of fins in both part, and they have a two-chambered heart which is containing deoxygenated blood, and they are cold-blooded animals, so they are not possessing constant body temperature. They have to sleep during the winter because their body is not adapted to live in cold temperature. And about their nerve system, we can say that they got a brain and a spine and a spinal cord. They got spinal cord inside their spine, and this is making their nerve system. Sexes are separated in these animals, so they are doing external fertilization. Like the male one is releasing sperm in water, female one is releasing egg in water, and inside water, outside their body, but in the water, sperms and eggs are fusing with each other, and fertilized egg can grow a new fish. Unlike other animals, unlike cartilaginous fish, they got air sacs, or they got swim bladders. This swim bladder, as I told you, is kind of air sacs which is controlling their depth, by which they can control their depth in water. As bony fish or Osteichthyes are heavier than the cartilaginous fish, as I told you before, they cannot control their weight. That's why they got air sacs. As much as there is less air at their swim bladder, so they can swim deeper inside the water. And also they got this lateral line. This lateral line is making them sensitive against motion and touch and different kind of things, and enable them to feel objects and water pressure, for example, by which they can change the direction that they are swimming, and also helping them to detect the prey that they want to eat or the enemies for running away. And these are the main examples of Osteichthyes or bony fish. Thanks for being with me till the end of the lesson. That was all about fish.